everyone, it's Kate Marshall from Inked Paper Art, and I'm going to do a quick little flip through video of this beautiful Christmas journal. This was the Christmas 2024 Junk Journal of the Month kit, and so I come out with a kit every month. These are the journals that we make from them, and this is Christmas 2024. So she has a watercolor cardstock base cover with fabric over front and inside cover. There is gold lace down the spine that wraps around to the back. It's layered up with a couple of different fabrics. She's got lace behind this journal topper, a little bit of, antique mother of pearl buttons, glass buttons, little cluster down there. Her closure is just a crinkled seam binding closure with eyelets, and I like to double up the ties on those so they're nice and long. And so, yeah, we're going to go inside. This journal has already been spoken for, but we're getting ready to start Christmas, holiday, whatever, 2025. So I thought we would take a peek and look back at 2024. So the cover, this is a very tight bind cover at the moment. As you use the journal, it will open up and be more flexible. I've just tucked in some little antique bits. I like to use all kinds of antique original French things in my journals. There's a journal card with a lady in this pocket. I've sewn in a cover pocket on the inside cover, sorry. There is some lace down some page edges here, and so we're just going to flip through. I always include coffee dyed paper so that there's plenty of plain writing space. This little guy here is just a paper, little paper cluster, but he could be used as a tuck as well. Antique French ledger from 1903. Then there's a lovely pocket on this one, little journal card there. And you'll notice I used a lot of German scrap in this one. Everything is authentic. I don't use reproductions. There's that. Little lace. This is just kind of over this little book page. It's just a little lace sample card. And then I've got matching lace down the trim side of this book page. There's that little leftover bit cluster here. It's kind of like these ladies are thinking of having some dresses made, so there's some fabric and lace samples in there. And then we go forward. You got to have your holiday outfit, right? This is a tuck pocket. It's just got some antique French document tucked in there. Little glassine bag sewn into the signature, German scrap on it. This is just a more simple example. Like there's some, larger pieces in here where there's multiple pockets. There's a bunch of pockets in this one. There's a top pocket, back pockets, some more involved embellishing and journal cards and whatnot pockets. But this is a little bit plainer of a style for me. I know, right? It's a little more plain for me. Some journals I feel like I need to just, go completely out. And some journals I feel can be a little bit simpler. And because Christmas, the owner of this journal is going to do all their own thing in here, I do like to leave it a little bit simpler. There's plenty of ephemera to pull out of the pockets and play with. This is the center. I didn't add any beads or charms to this. Again, I left that for the owner of the journal. Like I said, this one's already been sold, so gonna go to its new owner and they will do whatever they want to do for decorations. Some antique documents, a big Santa tag. There is a little flip here and it's just got some things pinned to it in an original antique French letter or form in there. Antique Christmas postcard. This is a little flip up journal card with some lace or fabric hinge. So this is simple, right? This is simple. We have finished many journals in the last few days, so I will be doing more flip throughs of those journals. But a lot of antique, these are all originals from French fashion magazines, a lot of that kind of thing. Very Victorian Christmas. This is just a big French check that's folded up in here. Tags. I love this lady on this. So beautiful. Little tuck pocket here. We paper clipped some, this is original French onion skin, and we've just paper clipped it with a little tag on that side. There's the Santa tag. And then another lady. These came out so cute. So cute. And here's the other French ledger, half. I put the whole sheet in there, so I just folded in this big flip. You can do whatever you want with that. I like to leave the new owner lots of options. You know, they can take pages out, they can add to, they can do a bunch of different stuff. And then there's just a pile of ephemera back here in the back. There's an original French invoice, a little list. Maybe they were keeping track of their Christmas budget, who knows, but there's that. And so this is just a simple little Christmas journal. You know, it's got lace dripping out the bottom. I like to put it where it can still stand on a bookshelf if you want, so there's not so much lace there. But anyway, just a little Christmas journal. I will do another flip through video here of some quilt journals that were also from 2024. I have been on a mission to finish up unfinished journals laying around my craft room before I get out all of my holiday stuff and start with 2025. So anyway, thanks for watching this little flip through video. And again, this one is sold. I don't have any journals available at the moment. However, the quilt ones that I'm going to film for you guys next, I think there are maybe 2 of those available. And yeah, so if you want to purchase a journal from me, I don't sell journals before they're done. You have to wait for me to finish them. Once they're done and I film a flip through video, at that point, if it's available, I'll tell you, and then you can text me to purchase the journal if you're interested. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.